Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about trusting your inner guidance. And if you have been going through your evolutionary journey, the spiritual evolutionary journey that I keep talking about, which a lot of people are going through and all over the world, so you probably have felt how important it is to listen to your inner guidance, right? Now, in my last upload, which was the first upload on my channel, I talked about the concept of life path. Right now, the life path is actually not a concept; it's something that is present for everybody, and it's like something uh, like uh, like actually a path that you are here in life to experience. And when you are not going on walking on your life path, you are actually moving out from your true life purpose. And when you do that, you suffer and you do not fulfill your purpose, and you do not arrive at the evolutions that you are here to experience, right, in your life. And if you want to learn more about like what the life path is and how to find out about the life path, which is very, very important, I would recommend you go watch the video about the life path that I just uploaded. I'll share a link somewhere above the video so that you can watch it. Now, coming to the concept of inner guidance. Now, if you are to arrive at your higher evolutions, and then when I mention higher evolutions, I mean that every singular time you face some challenge in your life, and it could be a spiritual challenge, it could be a financial challenge, could be a relationship challenge, could be health challenge, everything is actually meant for you to evolve out and become a better and more powerful and more enlightened version of yourself. And when you are not learning from that experience, the circumstances and that experience keeps on repeating in life. So you probably have noticed that many times very, very similar circumstances in very different, not even sometimes two different forms, keep happening in people's life, and they keep repeating for years. And a person feels like, why my life is running around in circles? I keep experiencing the same things. It happens because life is providing you uh, experiences from which you can learn and become a higher version of yourself. And when you resist that learning, that is when the experiences repeat, because that is life basically telling you that you have not learned, so I am going to give you the same experiences until you learn. And that's when people suffer. And the more you resist, the more you suffer. So it's very important to understand that every singular experience is for your learning. Okay. And when you learn, it's a very harmonious experience, then you do not suffer, and then you arrive at bigger wisdom, higher capabilities, and you get more clarity about yourself, who you are, and what you're here to do, and everything literally happens. Now, in my last video, I also talked about the concept of life purpose and why life purpose is not a rigid thing. So if you have not watched that video, I would highly recommend you watch it, because it will give you one of the biggest clues about the idea of life purpose. Now, there I mentioned that life purpose is not a rigid thing. It's actually not just one. There is actually innumerable and life purposes. It's because your life is basically eternal, right? Now, it's just something which needs to be very, very well understood in your spiritual evolution, that your life purpose is not just one. They are like milestones. Once you reach a purpose, the next one opens up for you. Your bigger evolution and everything opens up for you, right? Now, the interesting thing is, how do you walk on your life path, right? How do you know that you are doing the right things that is going to ensure your fastest evolution? As I mentioned, that your life path is your fast track to your spiritual evolution. And that means when you walk on your life path, you do things that you're meant to do, and you arrive at your evolutions in the fastest possible time period. And in one singular lifetime, you can cover a lot of such milestones, such as your life purposes, if you just stick to your life path, and your life becomes a very enjoyable experience, a very harmonious experience, and you have like joy, bliss, ecstasy on a daily basis, actually on a very moment to moment basis, you feel very, very good. And that these are signals that you are walking on your life path. Now, how do you ensure that you are walking on your life path, and how far you have strayed away from it? And if you have strayed away from it, how do you get back? So just like walking on any road, not road, like if you're going to a destination and you are on the road and the freeway, and you're trying to find out how do I reach there. So you use a GPS, right? You use a map or use something, and slowly guide yourself to the right track. So similarly, there is an inner guidance system, an inner GPS you can call it. Now this inner guidance system I'll be talking about in details in maybe in my next upload. This inner guidance system works in many ways, but one of the easiest ways to get the guidance is to feel how you are feeling on a moment to moment basis, right? So when you are on your life path, your fast track to spiritual evolution, if you are on it on a moment to moment basis, you will feel very, very sure that you are doing the things that you need to do, because it will totally fit your purpose. You will know that I'm doing in my life exactly that I need to do, and it resonates with me. Resonance is one of the first thing that will happen. Second, you will feel very, very, very good, and it will not be, it will not feel like work. It will feel like joy. You will enjoy doing it. Things will fall into a state of flow. You will feel that you are flowing with it. It will not feel like you have to do it, that you are, putting effort and making things happen. Rather, there is a big force coming out of you which is making you do things, and whatever you do, it becomes a very, very joyful experience for yourself and everybody else, right? Now this is how it feels like. But the first and foremost thing, you feel good as close you move towards your life path. The closer you are towards it, you will feel good. So just think like a compass, right? You have an inner compass, and it gives you signals in form of good feelings whenever you move near or in the vicinity of your life path, and it gives you bad feelings as far you stray away from your life path, right? This is it. If you just simply follow this simple instinctive system that you have already got in here, right? You are always feeling something. Just follow it and guide yourself from using that feedback, that inner feedback, towards doing things that makes you feel good consistently. Now here, the trust aspect comes very, very, the trust aspect becomes very, very relevant. Reason being, when you are walking on your spiritual path, you are actually ascending from your previous old version, previous limited version of yourself, to a higher, more capable and more enlightened version of yourself. Version of yourself. Now when you are doing that, you are literally going through a sort of transformation, a metamorphosis. You were a caterpillar, now you'll become a butterfly. Now you're going to fly, but you have to leave your old self, your old ideas, your old belief systems, and all of that stuff. Now the logical mind and your intellectual mind will come in when you're trusting your inner guidance, right? And it will tell that, you know what, we don't understand, like, what, should we just follow our good feelings? What if it gets us into troubles because we do not know where it is coming from? Now this is what is important. If you want to fly, if you want to become the butterfly who can fly and not be a rigid caterpillar sitting on the branches, if you want to fly, you have to jump, and that jump is about trusting your inner guidance. So I would like you to give you the simple experiment that you can do, that for one day, for some amount of time, maybe a few hours, just follow your inner guidance and see what resonates with you. If something feels good to it, and stop doing it when it doesn't feel good, and then move to something else that which feels good, and maybe go through the process for a span of 1 hour to 2 hours and see what happens and how you feel like, right? So that's it. I will again talk about how to evolve fast and how to get back on your life path and get on your fast track of spiritual journey of evolution in my next upload. So if you are finding my finding these teachings helpful and this wisdom helpful, then I would like you to maybe subscribe to my channel. It's because I'll be uploading daily uh, teachings. I'll try to, and if you'd like to stay updated, if you subscribe to my channel, you'll be updated on a daily basis. So that's it. Hope you have a great day. Bye bye. I'll see you in the next video.